Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Chase. Today we're kicking off a brand new series, When People Messed with the Wrong Cops, where every dumb move instantly triggers justice mode. Alright, let's dive in. A two-state police pursuit began after 23-year-old McKelly Scruggs allegedly stole a vehicle from Cleveland Hopkins Airport. Authorities tracked the stolen car from Cleveland, Ohio, as Scruggs continued fleeing toward Pennsylvania.
Office 13, light traffic still. 50 Cleveland View, check for aviation if possible.
During the chase, Scruggs traveled through Boardman, Ohio, where the pursuit contributed to a serious crash involving a state trooper's cruiser at a busy intersection. The trooper was responding to the chase when the patrol vehicle collided with another car. Scruggs had also reportedly struck a different police cruiser earlier.
Speed 114, still southbound, passing exit 14.
Oh my god. Gosh. South Ave and 224.
Southbound, milepost 50.
Yeah, I'm okay. You alright?
Speed 110.
The pursuit continued into Pennsylvania along Interstate 76 in Butler County. Officers eventually managed to stop Scruggs and take him into custody, bringing the lengthy and dangerous chase to an end.
I got anybody with me?
You alright everywhere else though? Just that hand bothering you?
Scruggs now faces several serious charges in both states. Ohio authorities charged him with failure to comply, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and felonious assault, while Pennsylvania charges include receiving stolen property, fleeing police, reckless endangerment, reckless driving, and additional traffic offenses. Do you think the chase created more danger than the original crime?
If it was bleeding beforehand, but...
Yeah. I don't know if it's good.
Motor vehicle, high rate of speed.
In Minneapolis, officers attempted to stop a stolen Kia SUV occupied by two juveniles, a 14-year-old driver and a 15-year-old passenger. Instead of complying, the young driver accelerated and fled through city streets.
Like SUV, brake it, see if I can get you to it. Yeah, he's hard enough to, he's hard in and out of traffic. Accelerate. Here's the pursuit. Northbound 94, approaching down, taking down, there's it down. See if I can put him out right here. Oh, going right to the light. Back on 94 northbound. It's going to be black Kia, license plate Edward Victor Sam 983. Occupied by one.
As the pursuit continued, the SUV moved recklessly through traffic, creating danger for everyone nearby. Police followed while trying to contain the situation before the driver's lack of control caused an even more serious crash.
Speeds for light traffic.
Speeds 100 for light traffic. What's the next record?
It's going to us.
10-4. We're letting the locals know right now. 650.
Oh, heavy crash.
The chase came to a sudden end when the Kia crashed and became disabled. Both juveniles immediately got out and ran on foot, trying to disappear into a nearby neighborhood as officers secured the scene and searched the area.
We've got medics. We'll get somebody down there. Is there a partner close? Occupant's running. Driver's running.
The two suspects were later apprehended off camera without further incident. Because of their ages, limited information about charges or legal outcomes was released. The case highlights growing concerns about juveniles involved in stolen vehicle pursuits, where one reckless decision can quickly endanger officers, bystanders, and the suspects themselves, especially on crowded city streets. A Florida Highway Patrol officer engaged in a chase after a dark-colored SUV refused to stop and sped through busy city streets. The driver repeatedly changed lanes and accelerated as the officer pursued with flashing lights and sirens blaring.
He's back the other way, westbound.
The chase spanned multiple major intersections and wider roads where traffic remained heavy. At one point, a pickup truck crossed the road very close to the patrol car, resulting in a near collision as the officer continued to try to maintain eye contact with the fleeing vehicle. The suspect then left the main road and entered a residential area, where narrow streets and parked vehicles made the pursuit even more difficult. Officers continued the chase until the SUV slowed down near several homes, at which point additional units were deployed to the scene. Eventually, the driver jumped out of the car and fled, after which police pursued him and used a taser to force him to stop. The incident illustrates how quickly a refusal to stop can endanger officers and innocent drivers alike. Do you think the police handled the chase appropriately? On June 29, 2026, Trooper Nick Ade was patrolling US Highway 167 when he spotted a black Ford Explorer linked to Christopher Rohrseib, who had a suspended license and an active county warrant. After confirming Rohrseib was driving, Ade turned around to initiate a stop. The Explorer continued slowly before finally pulling over near Highway 14, but as Ade approached, Rohrseib suddenly fled. The pursuit moved southbound on Highway 14, where Rohrseib drove erratically, crossed lanes, and reached speeds about 30 miles per hour over the limit. Aid attempted multiple TVIs, but Rorsay brake-checked him, nearly caused a crash, and briefly recovered after one impact.
Another TVI, he's back north on 14.
The chase entered a residential area before moving on to Rockbridge Road and Campbell Loop, where another brake check caused damage to the patrol vehicle's pit bar and bumper. Rorsay then ran on foot through thick grass and dense vegetation. AD deployed his taser twice, but both attempts failed to stop him. After another chase, Ada tackled him and forced his arms out from under his body to handcuff him. Rorsay later complained of chest and head pain and was taken to White River Health. He faced vehicle fleeing, foot fleeing, aggravated assault, resisting, and DWI drugs charges. A high-speed chase unfolded in Cleveland after Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers attempted to stop a black Toyota SUV for window tint violations and missing registration. Driver Bobby Foster Jr. refused to stop, and the aviation unit began tracking him from above.
He's taking off. He's going back towards 55th. He's going southbound on 55th from Maurice.
Okay.
Go, Adam.
Left. And then I think he made the next left.
Belfort?
Yep.
Jumped on the interstate going now 90 westbound, 90 eastbound, 90 eastbound. Alright, he's gonna stop here, it looks like, hold on.
Foster fled through city streets, running red lights, striking several vehicles, and briefly stopping at a residence before driving off again. An unmarked police vehicle later tried to intercept him, but Foster intentionally rammed it and continued fleeing.
He just went and ditched something, I've got it marked, so he's getting back in the vehicle, now running to the passenger side of the vehicle. Yep, we got it unmarked, trying to make contact with him.
Make a right-hand turn on Everton, and gonna come out to 105th.
You said intentional contact was clear?
Right, then cleared by command for intentional contact.
If you slow down this intersection, I'll take time. Right.
Troopers eventually received authorization to perform a pit maneuver. After one failed attempt, a second maneuver at East 105th Street and Everton Avenue disabled the SUV. Foster ran from the vehicle, but officers, assisted by the aviation unit, captured him.
Intentional contact was made.
Police then discovered Foster's one-year-old child unharmed in the back seat. Open containers and illegal drugs were reportedly found inside. Foster now faces felony charges, including felonious assault on an officer and child endangerment. Do you think fleeing with a child in the car made this situation even more serious?
Come here.
Probably gonna be 2019. Oh yeah.
A highway response in Ohio suddenly turned dangerous when two law enforcement vehicles converged near the same exit. Dashcam footage shows a Portage County Sheriff's SUV moving across the roadway as an Ohio State Highway Patrol cruiser approached. Within seconds, the vehicles collided at speed. The impact sent one patrol SUV carrying a police K9 into a rollover, throwing up a cloud of dust before it came to rest on the roadside. Officers immediately stopped to check everyone involved. The sheriff's deputy reportedly suffered minor injuries, while the state trooper was transported to a hospital and expected to recover.
Oh no, a little bit. About 95.
The crash shows how quickly coordination can break down during fast-moving police operations. Fortunately, the outcome was not worse. Do you think better communication could have prevented this collision? On March 7, 2024, Georgia State Patrol Crime Suppression Unit members assisted Atlanta police in locating a white Ford Fusion connected to a vehicle theft investigation. A PD's Auto Crimes Enforcement Team and Aviation Unit also supported the operation near Martin Luther King Jr. Drive.
114, go ahead.
We're eastbound on MLK. 795 is trying to stop a white Ford Fusion. Stand by from 28. We're slow rolling. Keep going around. Don't switch, don't switch. He's got a blank around. Give a second, give a second. Probably gonna go that. Alright, we're 1080.
All units hold 10-3, 10-33, unit 795, 1080, 20 eastbound, okay, white Ford Fusion, 795, which is day 20.
Right on the person, right on the person.
Officers found the Ford Fusion in a parking lot and attempted a stop for a window tint violation. Instead of complying, the driver, later identified as Jajuan Jackson, fled from the scene, launching a high-speed pursuit through residential streets and putting nearby drivers at risk. A second pit maneuver was then performed, forcing the vehicle into a guardrail and disabling it.
Another pit.
The pursuit intensified when Jackson entered Interstate 20 eastbound at high speed and nearly caused a serious crash. A trooper performed an initial pit maneuver, briefly stopping the vehicle, but Jackson regained control and continued fleeing before eventually stopping and running into a wooded area. Officers in a K-9 unit chased Jackson on foot. The K-9 briefly caught him, but he broke free and continued across railroad tracks beneath an overpass. With aviation maintaining visual contact, Trooper Tierney eventually located Jackson and deployed a taser, allowing officers to take him into custody. He now faces reckless driving, felony fleeing, obstruction, and outstanding warrant charges. Pasco County. On May 10th, 2023, a routine patrol on Interstate 75 turned into a high-speed chase when officers spotted a white Dodge Durango racing northbound. Lights and sirens came on, but the driver ignored them, accelerating into a dangerous daytime pursuit.
November call, India Tango 20. If you guys would be. Give him some room for Wes. 10-4. 90 miles an hour. Damn it, man!
Spike strips were deployed, but the SUV kept charging. Speeds surged past 100 miles per hour, at times near 130 miles per hour, as it weaved through traffic, rode the shoulder, and cut across the grassy median, forcing through tight gaps.
Push him! Get him! Get that motherfucker! It
stuff. Good job, guys.
Then, near Dade City, exit 285, it unraveled. Attempting to pass a truck at speed, the driver lost control. The Durango veered off, flipped multiple times, and came to rest upside down beneath a tree.
Careful, overturn, table overturn, starting that.
The officers moved in swiftly, drawing their guns, tightening the cordon. A K-9 unit joined in as they pulled the driver from the wreckage. He stood up and was quickly handcuffed. In a moment, it was all over. A reckless chase ending in twisted pieces of metal. A reminder of how quickly a chase can descend into chaos. Based on the available information, Lafreza Vasha Manning was taken into custody after an incident that led to multiple serious charges. Authorities listed the case as involving criminal mischief, unauthorized use of property, fleeing, reckless driving, and several traffic-related violations.
Give 'em room, give 'em room. High traffic. Still southbound. Tennessee, boy, Tom, 7
The pursuit appears to have escalated when Manning allegedly failed to yield to an emergency vehicle and continued driving despite police efforts to stop her. The charges also included driving on a suspended license and speeding more than 15 miles per hour over the posted limit, showing how quickly a traffic encounter can become a dangerous situation.
Green County. Yeah. 53rd Road.
To bring the incident under control, a deputy performed a pit maneuver. Officials noted that the deputy had been trained at the Arkansas State Police Precision and Pursuit Driving Track, highlighting that the move was not random, but a trained tactical decision used to stop a fleeing vehicle.
10-4, take down.
After the pursuit ended, Manning faced a long list of charges, including first-degree criminal mischief and fleeing. The court set her bond at $15,000. The case is another reminder that running from law enforcement can turn one bad decision into multiple charges and serious consequences. On April 18, 2025, Florida Highway Patrol troopers spotted a white Infiniti speeding over 130 miles per hour on Interstate 10 in Escambia County. The driver, identified as 23-year-old Isaiah Jamal Colley, refused to stop, triggering a high-speed pursuit. Colley drove recklessly, using the shoulder and ignoring traffic signals before striking an occupied SUV after exiting onto 9 Mile Road. He then fled on foot toward I-10. A K-9 was deployed as Collie ran across the interstate, narrowly avoiding a commercial vehicle before it took him into custody. A search of the Infiniti uncovered 2 firearms and about 6.6 ounces of cannabis. Collie faces multiple charges, including fleeing and eluding, hit and run, resisting arrest, drug possession, and traffic violations.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! Good boy. You good? You good? What about? Good. It's not good. It's not good. You got bit. You got bit. You got bit.